So let's go back in time when we had no paper and ink. Okay, so you finish working, like you do your job, and they give you a basket of fruit. And I share this a lot with a lot of my colleagues because everything is about the mindset. When you understand the mindset, it drives your entire course. So I said, okay, think about this way: you get a basket of fruits as your job payment settlement for your work done at the end of the month. So you get mangoes in there, you have oranges, you have apples, and it's this basket of fruit. Well done for your service. Here you go. So I said, when you take that home, what are you going to do with it? If you want to be wealthy, if you want to have more fruits, if you want to have more for your family and more to give out, what do you do with the basket of fruits? So would you call friends over, hand out all the apples, mangoes, make some nice juice, squash, whatever you want to do, and down it all, and hope next month you get the same basket of fruit, which you will get if you have a contract, of course, with your employer. And I said, if you carry on doing that, how are you really going to be wealthy? What do you think you need to do to become wealthy or become more sustainable? What are you going to do? So, what do you need to do? If every in the way God has created everything around us, in every seed are more seeds. Okay. So what do? You plant it. It's common sense, It's not. So will you get friends around and give them all away? No, because you don't give your seed out. So you take these seeds and you plant them. So after you eat them, you put the seed in the ground. So when you get more of these mangoes now, which probably takes a bit of 1 or 2 years to develop and germinate and then give you the fruit. If you want to become wealthy, then you need to plant more mangoes and more oranges, isn't it? So what do? You look for people who, for instance, the back garden first. Of course, that should be all full of your fruits and your seeds growing. When you get the seeds, you're looking for your neighbors who like mangoes, isn't it? So you ask them for their land. You give them mangoes, you get their land. You get more seed, you plant on the land. And if you repeat that cycle for the next 5 to 6 years, you'll be having tons of mangoes. So now what do you do with all these mangoes? If you want to get more mangoes, you can then go into either supplying mangoes to Tesco's or going to orange production. And that's the whole big picture. But if you come down to nitty gritty of it, it takes time for you to get a mango tree to get mango fruits. It takes time for you to get enough to say you want to start supplying to someone else. It also takes time for you to be able to get that into even give to others and still have the tree going. So time is now your big factor. So again, you can't get a mango tree today if you plant it today. You need to have started planting it early. So if you extrapolate it quite a lot more, the human mind is capable of doing a lot of things. You would realize that if you think like a farmer, it balances everything. But the challenge now is we have converted a monthly basket of fruits into paper and ink. So you go to work and they transfer these numbers to you at the end of the month. And there are a lot of people that want to get those numbers from you, the council tax, your bills, your friends, your family. And then if you go to the cash machine to get it out, it comes out in paper and ink. So people forget that those are seeds. And they just go for a party, it's gone. You go for a meal, it's gone. So you're just giving away seeds. At the end of the month, you have nothing left. But if you can just erase the mindset of paper and ink and think of them as seeds, then it drives your motivation. And stocks and shares is just one of the ways you can actually plant these seeds. So if that gives you a bit of a balanced mindset, and then that drives you on how long you're going to have to wait for it to grow. You have pesticides, pests to attack them. You have weather conditions. There could be a war that erupts in your area that could affect your farming. So many things could go wrong, but provided you have the mindset, it drives you keep going. Yeah. So that's it in a nutshell.
A very beautiful illustration, really. I like that. A farmer's mindset.
Yes.
And it's good you have taken your time to explain it, because that would be one of the reasons people don't go into investing in stocks and shares, because they're always looking at the negative, what could go wrong.
Yeah.
And the time factor is really not there.
Yeah.
People want to put in money and see it
Instantly.
you know,
Yes.
see the profit
Yes.
instantly. So thank you for explaining that. And I guess that was why you you developed the website Shares and Investment
Yes.
platform, which
Yes.
I have been to, and I've told you before, I'm going to say it again, that is very rich. So for the viewers, what I'll do is I'm going to put the link to the website at the end, you know, of this episode, so that people could access those materials. So you've put up a lot of content there, and I know you've done, you know, coaching as well, and you've mentored people. What has been your challenge so far in terms of educating people on the need to invest and how to invest?
Yeah, the challenge has always been people not doing anything about it. Is always a challenge, and some people, there's always a complaint about there's no money. There's a complaint about maybe they don't have enough to. But what I said, no, I said the thing is the mindset. If you don't have the mindset, you have the challenge. And one of the other challenges again, is the initiation of it. People don't even understand how much they make and how much they spend. So I have a spreadsheet which I could easily share, which I call it ins and out. So you must know how much money is coming in every month, and you must know how much money you're spending every month. Mm-hmm. And again, thankfully, we are in a system here in the UK where most things are like fixed, although the price of everything is going up with inflation, but they're kind of fixed. So where you know your council tax will be X, your bills will be X, electricity, gas, the standard regulars, your car, whatever it is you have, you know, all these are like fixed every month. And most times they're fixed for 2-year cycle, 1-year cycle, or 5-year cycle. You know what your mortgage is, so you know how much money you're supposed to have left at the end of the month. And if you assign something to yourself for your monthly spending, whatever you want to buy yourself, a dress, whatever you want to put, to just fix that every month, £200, £100, whatever you want to do, depends on your income. You should have some savings. Now, if you don't have any savings, it means you need to adjust your expenses or adjust your income. Mm-hmm. So either you improve your job style or get a better job or more training to improve your income, so that reflects at the bottom of your account to give you your savings. So with that, you're able to start. So the challenge is, it's like watching a football match and we're not sure who's going to win the title, the championship. All right. But you don't follow the games. You don't track the games. You don't know the best players. You don't know what. So even if you don't have money, at least watch the game. So in this case, investing, if you don't have money to invest, at least follow the companies. And you start with something very simple. What is it that you, in the house that you know? You know Microsoft, for instance. Everybody knows Microsoft. You know Apple. The devices are everywhere. Coca-Cola, for instance. We drink that everywhere. It's all the shops. Sneaker bars and all that. Who owns that? Just do some research. In Google, it's all free info, honestly. Mm-hmm. So just checking that and then knowing what to do and then track it and follow it. People don't want to do that. So it's a little bit sometimes demotivating when you see that there's a potential here and there is no, people are not even tracking, even if you don't have the money to. And I think now technology has gone a bit more, to say we can do fractional shares. So where you can buy £100 worth of Microsoft shares, even if one is 400, you can get a part of it. And for shares itself, what it simply means is if you can't bake the whole cake, at least you can get a slice of it. And the slice of it could be to the smallest portion. You can get at least a piece of the cake. So I can't get all of Microsoft. I can't bake all of Microsoft. Starting coming from scratch. The company is worth $trillions in market cap. But I can get a slice of it. And as I do well, mine does well. My piece goes well. So this is always been a challenge.